This morning, I brought Stella out to practice swinging a leg over a little bit so that I can get ready to do the same thing for Miss Jessie. I need to get limbered up some. And so Stella's kind enough and patient enough to allow me that. But while I'm here, I'm going to talk about a little something with people and horses a little bit. You know, so many times I see horses that one of the things that I tell people, especially when it comes to mountain, is that human will think that they're teaching a horse something, and the horse will develop his own cues. Think about it a little bit. How many times you've seen somebody walk up to a horse, get ready to get on, they raise their left foot, put it in the stirrup, and the horse walks off? You know, I'm pretty certain almost everybody's seen that. Well, that goes to understanding that these reins are connected to this horse's feet. And when you get ready to mount a horse, I'll always tell you to have the rein in your hand, but you're not going to hear me say, pull on this horse's mouth. And what most people do is that's exactly what they hear is pull on this horse's mouth. Now, right there, you saw this mare start to move a little bit. And, you know, what I said to her was, you know, go ahead. But I didn't move me, I moved the horse. So many times I see people that what they do, human has a tendency to get on a one-track mind. And so when they walk out there, the only thing they've got in their mind is getting on the horse, not teaching the horse to stand still. So anyway, what happens is when the human gets ready to get on the horse, they shorten that rein thinking, well, that's teaching him to stop. Well, if this horse has any kind of feel at all, he understands these reins are connected to his feet. And so when you pick up on that rein, what he heard is move. So right away, the human walks up there, they shorten that rein, they pick that foot up, and the horse starts moving. Well, that's not what I'm going to do with a horse. Now, the other thing is learning about directing those shoulders over. Okay, and letting the horse go off out there, go to the end of that rope, or the end of this rein, and when they go to the end of that rein, before you start making a whole lot of contact with their mouth, the greatest majority of them will learn to turn around because they understand that the slack's coming out of that. Now, when you start and watch this mare, I'm fixing to ask her to direct her shoulders over. Okay, but I didn't push her on through. There was no follow through from me, so she didn't go any further. Now, when you start doing this kind of stuff and moving the horse instead of moving yourself, you know, I've got one in particular that comes to mind that every time their horse moves off, they start walking towards the horse and saying, oh, I want to get on you, okay? Instead of just standing there. Now, watch her, she's looking off to the right, and I'm still going to move that shoulder over and then tell her to follow through. Now, when she gets off out there, slack comes out of that. Now, I'll ask her to step back. That shifts her weight to her hind feet. Good. And then, watch her. I had to take this hat off and use it a little bit. She's a little more interested in what's going on with these girls down here. So what I'm fixing to let her do is go off out there and run into the end of that. And she and I just need to start working on her softening up a little bit and getting to the idea of moving those shoulders out and over. She needs to get a lot better about coming back to the right. Now I'm step her back. Step back. Yeah, she done got into something. Now, watch her. She got to get a lot better. Now, about yielding those shoulders on that side. She wants to know why she's the only one out here having to do this. But getting in the habit where you move the horse instead of moving yourself, plus getting in the habit to where you don't become single-minded or have tunnel vision, okay, and that you can recognize the opportunity for you to teach. Because, you know, if the horse isn't doing something that you think he ought to be doing, well then there's a pretty good chance you failed on teaching. So